Welcome to our channel where we dive deep into the iconic Marvel cinema, and today we'll be talking about what if Tobey Maguire returns for Spider-Man 4 sooner than we thought? Let's delve into this possibility. At the Monster Mania Con held in Cherry Hill, New Jersey from March 8th to 10th, 2024. Sam Raimi, the man behind the original Spider-Man trilogy, makes an appearance. A longtime Spider-Man fan and ex-user at Lucasaurus RM has a quick chat with Raimi. The topic? The potential for a fourth film in the Spider-Man saga. Raimi drops a bombshell. He hints that the chances of this film happening are not as slim as we might think. Raimi goes on to express his desire, which matches that of the original trilogy's fans, to see Tobey Maguire swing back into action as the web slinger. He adds a tantalizing caveat. If the film were to happen, it would be at the right time. Flashback to 2021. Tobey Maguire shows up as Peter Parker from an alternate universe in the MCU film Spider-Man: No Way Home. This surprise appearance triggers a wave of nostalgia among fans of the original trilogy, leading to a campaign under the hashtag #MakeRaimiSpider-Man4, calling for a fourth film with Raimi at the helm. Raimi, during the promotion of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, echoes this sentiment, expressing his interest in directing such a film. In an interview on the Movie Pilot YouTube channel, the Evil Dead director notes that a fourth film is now a viable possibility, thanks to the introduction of the multiverse. This sentiment gains more traction after different versions of Spider-Man cross paths in No Way Home. However, during a later interview with Rolling Stone, Raimi admits he has no immediate plans to direct Spider-Man 4. But here's the kicker. Raimi reveals he could change his mind if he stumbles upon a story that he deems worthy. A compelling script was the reason why Raimi dropped plans for a fourth film back in 2010. Sam Raimi himself has shown interest in this idea, suggesting that a fourth film might be possible. Now let's dive into the main plot rumors. The introduction of the multiverse in recent films opens up a world of possibilities. Now let's talk about how this new concept of a multiverse could make the return of Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 4 a reality. During a chat on the Movie Pilot YouTube channel, Sam Raimi, the director of the original Spider-Man trilogy, shared some interesting insights. He noted that the idea of a fourth film is no longer just a fan's dream, but a genuine possibility, thanks to the multiverse. In the world of comic books and their cinematic adaptations, the multiverse is a concept that has breathed new life into many storylines. It's the idea that there are multiple universes existing parallel to each other, each with its own unique version of our favorite characters. So you could have multiple Spider-Men, each from a different universe and each with their own story to tell. This was beautifully demonstrated in Spider-Man: No Way Home, where Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man shared screen space with his counterparts from other universes. Raimi's comments about the potential for Spider-Man 4 were not just idle chatter. They were rooted in this concept of the multiverse, which has already been successfully introduced in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's a concept that opens up endless possibilities, allowing for the return of characters we thought we'd never see again, and providing fresh, exciting narratives for them. However, while the multiverse makes it possible, that doesn't mean it's a sure thing. Raimi was quick to add a caveat during his interview. He shared that at that point in time, he had no plans to direct Spider-Man 4. He was clear that for him to consider the project, he needed something more than just the possibility. He needed a story that he could get behind, that would inspire him, and that would be worthy of bringing back Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man for one more swing around the city. Raimi did mention that he would consider the project if he found a story that he could get behind, and with the multiverse at play, who knows what amazing stories could be waiting just around the corner. But why was Spider-Man 4 canceled in the first place? Well, it all started with the original plans for not just Spider-Man 4 but also for Spider-Man 5 and 6. You see, Sony was keen on continuing the web-slinger story with Tobey Maguire in the lead. Development for the fourth film kicked off in 2007. Despite the third installment receiving a mixed bag of reviews from critics and audiences alike. The screenplay saw a parade of talented writers. First up was James Vanderbilt, followed by Pulitzer winner David Lindsay-Abaire and later Gary Ross. Quite the lineup, isn't it? Yet, even with this array of creative minds, the story didn't quite hit the mark for director Sam Raimi. By 2010, 4 different versions of the script had been churned out, and yet none of them managed to satisfy Raimi. It wasn't just the narrative that was the issue, though. The studio was pressuring Raimi to meet the planned release date of May 6, 2011. And this, ladies and gents, is where things started to unravel. Raimi, unsatisfied with the scripts and stressed by the looming deadline, decided to step away from the project. Without its director, Sony found itself in a tight spot and was left with no choice but to cancel the entire sequels. Imagine what could have been if the fourth film had happened. We could have seen John Malkovich's Vulture, Dylan Baker's Dr. Kurt Connors, and Anne Hathaway's Felicia Hardy on the big screen. Alas, it just wasn't meant to be. Despite the cancellation of the sequels, the possibility of a Spider-Man 4 with Raimi and Maguire might be closer than fans thought, and who knows. With the multiverse now in play, we might just see Tobey Maguire donning the Spider-Man suit once again. Now, wouldn't that be something? I would like to hear your thoughts about this. Drop your thoughts in the comments section.